Hey guys, welcome to another episode in our last episode of 2016 of the High and Beyond show featuring yours truly, The Punisher. So with me reviewing Raw, let me just get down to basics with Raw this week. I'm going to be very blunt, and even though I didn't want to feel this way for a very long time with Raw, but it's really becoming true now. There's not much to talk about with Raw because it's been the same boring stuff for the past several weeks between Charlotte Bayley, Sasha Nia, and Seth Rollins, KO, Jericho, Reigns. The same stuff every week. Even if it's in different variations of matches, whatever you want to call it, still the same stuff. And even the past couple weeks, we've been getting some random skits for Enzo and Rusev that a lot of people aren't so drawn into the crowd about. It's like Raw has so much talent to do better in it, but my question is, creative and Vince, why are you jobbing out all these people who are over versus all the people that can actually use some TV time and get over very well? Right now, the only person who's over the most is at least Kevin Owens, and I would like to say Reigns is over too, but the problem is he gets booed out of the building every weekend. It's just sad because the guy has so much credibility of being a good wrestler, but the issue is they're just not using these talent well enough. And I hate to say this, but the past several weeks of Raw, I haven't really been into it as much as I would like to be. It's been very boring, and this past week, I almost actually fell asleep during Raw because it's getting so tough for me to watch it every week because they're not doing anything interesting on the show. And the writers and Vince can complain all they want to, oh, their guys aren't over, this person's not over. It's not what they are doing it's not anything they are doing wrong on Raw that's making them not be over. It's how you are booking your talent on TV. Look at SmackDown, for example. Why do you think they're the better show that people tune in more to see every week is they're actually doing something meaningful with their talent. Look at what Raw's been doing. I feel like shortly after SummerSlam is when things slowly started going downhill. Unfortunately, it just makes you not want to be tuning to Raw as much as you would like to be. And don't get me wrong, back in '97, I was a huge fan of watching Raw every single week at the time when Undertaker was feuding with Shawn Michaels over a ending at SummerSlam the month before where Shawn Michaels was trying to hit Bret Hart with a steel chair, but unfortunately whacked The Undertaker instead. That was when I was starting to get into wrestling and started watching from that point forward. And I actually liked Raw for the way it was back then and everything, but things have changed so much from back then and now, and it's sad how everything is going down on Raw lately, where a lot of people aren't into Raw as much as they would like to be. And let's take this for example. SmackDown had much better ratings than Raw did this past week. And you know why? It's because not only do they have a lot of good matches, but they actually have stories and talents that actually make sense when you're trying to watch the show. Like, not to discuss too much of SmackDown because that will be Beast's turn when it comes up, but food for thought, the only thing that's going on is Raw is 3 hours worth of programming every week, but the issue is they waste so much time on promo skits and stuff that people don't care about. It's like, why don't you do different stuff with your talent each week rather than just doing the same boring stuff and then just to get the crowd to fall asleep during Raw? It's just too bad and sad and everything. I would like to see Raw do better, but to tell you the truth, it's really becoming the worst show of 2016 and everything, and that's really all I can say about that. But on that note, Creative and Vince, do everybody a favor. Stop being 11. Be Rosebuds! That's all we want from you guys. And
You didn't even say the joke right. Come on.
Are you kidding me? And actually come on screen, but go ahead.
Look, all I'm saying is, be a rosebud. That's how you do it.
Okay, thank you. Bye now. Anyway, so one last thing I want to say to everybody, again, like Beast talks about every week, for everybody who watches the show, feel free to like, subscribe, and chime in on your opinions. The opinions that we put on with the show, everybody can chime in too. It's not just for us to speak our opinion. If you have something that you want to say, feel free to share it. So, anyway, always chime in on your opinions. We're willing to take them. So, oh, look who it is! It's Chenny Chen Chen! Chen 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 Chen.
I'm sorry that my chin is amazing. Hey, you guys. So I hope you guys like the little transition here. We're trying something new. Anyway, back on the A+ show of SmackDown, we got some nice matches. I'm not gonna run down too much because SmackDown didn't have that much, because it had to focus on the fact that this is ending out the year. Came from a good year from the era, and I can say from this whole year of WWE, it's been very back and forth. There's been moments where there's been good moments. There's been moments where there's been terrible matches that almost ruined shows, and it's just to be able to come out to the end and say we're now in the era split, and SmackDown is actually doing better than Raw. As much as I like to hear it, it's also weird because you're not supposed to hear SmackDown be better than Raw. You're supposed to hear Raw be better than SmackDown, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, for tonight on SmackDown, we had the man himself, John Cena, came back from his long-awaited journey of doing celebrity stuff like being on shows, acting on skits, doing movies, the normal stuff. He decided to come back from that and say, hey, I'm here to beat that record of Ric Flair, and I'm here to make it clear that the new era is not ready for John Cena. The usual John Cena thing that he did from before. Some of y'all might not remember, but he did that same promo before a little bit earlier this year. It's okay. Anyway, John Cena makes his point, and already the match has been set to where whoever was to win that main event of the night, of SmackDown night, was to be pretty much opponent for John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Throughout the night, we had Becky Lynch take on Alexa Bliss for the women's title. Great match. Alexa's actually impressing me. I used to talk shit about Alexa a couple of episodes back, but she's actually stepped up her heel game. That's something that SmackDown needs to continue to do. Keep raising all these new wrestlers and make them better. Give them a reason. Give them something to do, But, of course, she had to win in a sketchy way then for Becky Lynch to get pinned by a luchador of her own. And it's funny because she was the luchador from the week beforehand. So just to see her get screwed up from another luchador that ended up helping Alexa win is actually very embarrassing, but it's great because it gives you better heat to keep watching for these two. Moving on, we had ourselves a fatal four-way, I like to call it a fatal four-way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the new Wyatt family, American Alpha. We also had Usos. We had Usos, and was it Breeze Dango? Yes. So we had Usos, Breeze Dango, American Alpha, and the current champs at the time, Wyatt family. The match was awesome. Like the tag team transitions that they did, the hype that they kept with the crowd, the Alphaplex, just for one of my other favorite tag teams on SmackDown right now, other than the Hype Bros. Get well soon, Zack Ryder. Just to see Alpha win the tag team titles was literally one of the best moments that SmackDown had did to end out the whole year, because this was one of the teams that everybody's been wanting to be champions. Everybody's been saying, make Alpha champions, and now they get to start off the new year as SmackDown's tag team champions. That's a great way to end off a year of tag team wrestling. We also had a little segment where pretty much Miz would not talk to anybody until he talked to Renee after the fact that he came into the ring the week before, pissed off Renee, and made Renee slap the shit out of him. I wish she did it again in this episode, but instead, she was able to bring Miz out, get the little interview out the way, and then good old Dean Ambrose is right there ready to cause some more havoc with a sneak attack of its own. This little rivalry with the Miz and Dean Ambrose, I'd say it could work. I have confidence that this could be something good, because it's an easy face and heel, and not only that too, you're bringing Renee into it. That's different, because Renee is supposed to be just a personality. She's not just supposed to be around the ring. She's not just supposed to be involved in the ring related things. So this could be something good, could bring somebody new for something interesting, just for the next year to start. And we end off the night with a triple threat WWE Championship match with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, taking on Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. Alright, now in everybody else's eyes of creative, it's a great idea because you're helping Ziggler's try to break out more from that mid-card state to actually being a main eventer. And I understand it, but I'm still on the fence feeling like Ziggler should not be having chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. That's just my thing. Ziggler is a phenomenal wrestler, but if you cannot, for God's sakes, be comfortable enough to give him a simple run with a championship or something just so easy as just keeping his hype up, then what the you have this guy there for? For God's sake, just throw him on Raw. You know what? Raw, let's trade. You take Dolph, we get Sami Zayn. I will be lovely with that. Look, before I continue to say anything else about this guy, I'm just going to leave it like this. Dolph Ziggler, you're a good wrestler. Your personality, great story. The problem is, what the f are you doing there for? We need a purpose for you. You had no purpose. And Corbin, I feel bad for Corbin. Corbin has not been really pushed as the monster he's supposed to be, but instead, Braun Strowman gets that monster push that we all been expecting for while he's on Raw. If Corbin is supposed to be the monster on SmackDown, do some more to solidify him. Like, stop having him beat up smaller people in Kalisto. I mean, in the match itself, he looked like a threat, but not even that serious of a threat, because at the end of the day, you're taking on AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. He's been done this. He's worldwide. And Dolph is going to have that never-end attitude. So it's kind of hard to imagine those two mixed in with a straight monster that's supposed to be a monster. But either way, the match was good. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention at certain points because I kind of guessed from the beginning AJ was gonna win, and lo and behold, AJ Styles won and retained, which now it's official at Royal Rumble. We will have AJ Styles taking on John Cena for the WWE Championship. And my thoughts about that match, I'm gonna save it when that match comes. Because there's a lot of different ways you can go with that. You can't just simply just choose either one. I mean, come on now, really. But all in all, SmackDown's Wild Card Finals episode was great. Everything felt together. Everybody had a purpose. It didn't feel like misplaced. It didn't feel like slow and boring. Like every match was even high paced, even for the smaller moments. And that's something that hopefully next year they go into thinking about doing more, trying to show more of like a better, hey, we can step this wrestling up way better than we did the week before. And Raw. I'm not supposed to be talking about my rival right now, but Raw, step your game up. Cause come on now, you should not be letting SmackDown get this easy on you. I mean, come on, I know we the A+ show, but you're supposed to be fighting with us for that A+ spot. Instead, it's like Raw's just giving it away. It's like they literally switched it over and said, hey, let's have a 3-hour long SmackDown and have a 2-hour Raw the day after the SmackDown. Because that's pretty much what it came off to be. Raw and SmackDown switched places when it came to popularity, ideas, and pretty much everything in WWE. But you know, everything's still an experiment. Everything's still being built. I hope next year everything will be fine. I hope that this whole new era thing actually continues to grow into something better. Because right now, this whole new era thing is only good because of NXT. And I don't care what none of y'all say, because it's true. All the new wrestlers we got, everybody from who came into this year, it's all been blown up from the hype that's been done in NXT. But that's another episode for another rant, and I got a million rants to give y'all. So like, subscribe, be on your way, and don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. That's how you do it, Punisher. I'm out.